Okay, good morning everyone. I'm just going to go through a forthcoming exercise for you for our maths and hopefully offer just a little bit of help in that process. The exercise in question is 11.8, okay, and the learning outcome for that, what we'd like you to achieve is to be able to order fractions, decimals and percentages. Now this sort of finishes off the work that you've been doing on fractions, decimals, percentages in terms of switching and having the agility to convert between them. Okay, you're going to be given 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 different numbers or figures that you're going to be asked to order. Now when we do this, when we order them, the key is making sure that we get all 3, 5, however many, the same. So put them all into fractions, put them all into decimals, or put them all into percentages. Now our textbook tells us the easiest way to do this is to put all the numbers as decimals, which is how I'm going to show you on the board here. Some of you, as we've done the work, the previous exercises, you may have found that actually you're more comfortable writing everything as a percentage or writing everything as a fraction. If that's the case, that's fine. You go with whatever works best for you. I'm going to show you here how the book is going to explain it, and that is to put everything as a decimal. What I'll do is I'll work through one example here with you, and then you'll find some more help material on Firefly as well. And of course, you've got your forum to ask any questions of your teacher. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through question 6 with you. Okay, question 6, and this is from the exercise 11.8. So I'll go through and you can just see how it will work if we work it through together. Okay, so question 6, we've got 4 numbers here. The first one we've got is 175%. We've got 1 4/5. We've got 1.82. And we've got 1 7/10. Okay, so you can see there we've got our 4 figures or numbers that we need to order. The question is going to ask us to order them from the smallest to the largest. Okay, so as I said, the way we do this at the moment, okay, they're not the same. We need to make them the same. We need to make them all into decimals or all into fractions. Okay, as I say, I'm going to show you decimals. So let's begin. Let's make them all decimals. Well, first of all, you've already got a decimal there. So we can take that one away. We know we've got 1.82 already written as a decimal. Okay, the next one, let's go here, 175%. 175%. We know here we've got more than our 100. We've got more than one whole. So we've got 1 point. Okay, and then here we know we've got 75 out of 100 still left. So we've got 1.75. 1 4/5. Well, again, we've got more than one whole. More than a whole. And we've got 4/5, 4 out of 5. Okay. If we quickly convert that and we put that as a fraction over 100, so if we make that bigger as a fraction over 100, we would end up with 80 over 100. 4/5 is the same as 80%. So here we've got 0.8. Again, if we've got our 1 7/10, well, we've got one whole, more than one, we've got 7 out of 10. Make that over 100 as a fraction, and we've got 70. And all of a sudden, we've converted all 4 to decimals. Now, I'm going to write my answer up here. I don't think you can quite see the bottom of my screen there. We need to put them in order. Crucially, we don't put our decimals in order. We use those as a guide to tell us which of the original numbers we're going to order. Okay, so we need to look at our decimals. We need to say, okay, 1 7/10 is our smallest number we've got here. 1.7 is the smallest one. So our smallest, we've got 1 7/10. Looking along, 1.75, well that's the same as 175%. That's our next smallest. 1 4/5. Finally, the largest is 1.82. And there's our answer there. Okay, we've ordered those initial numbers by making them all the same. Okay, now I've encouraged you there to do it by making them all into decimals, as does the textbook. Okay, as I say though, if you feel a little bit more comfortable writing them all as a fraction or a percentage, then have a go at that. Okay, try and find yourself a consistent method where you're ordering the same every time. Try not to jump between decimals and fractions. Stick with one method. Okay, perhaps try each method first, establish where you feel most comfortable, and then go from there. Okay, good luck, and do let us know of any questions or anything like that on your maths group forum. Okay.